Ladies and gentlemen, 300 megabytes of hard drive capacity. 300 megabytes of storage capacity. That's right. 300 megabytes of hard drive capacity. Think about it. The value and the usage of a computer with a 300 megabyte hard drive. What can that do for you? Oh, sky's the limit. The sky is the limit. When you're thinking about the capacity of a hard drive of that size, it's as if you have 300 huge file cabinets, 300 file cabinets of storage capacity. That's right. The biggest arena of computers today, the biggest arena is in the CD-ROMs. It's the biggest growing sector of computers, and it's not going to stop. It is not going to stop. It's not a fad. Ladies and gentlemen, it's tomorrow, today. There's 26 volumes of an encyclopedia on one disc, on one CD disc. That's right. We're talking about 9 million words just for starters on that disc. That's on one disc. You couldn't get close to that on a floppy disk. 9 million megabytes. This comes with the CD-ROM built in.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mambo number 5. 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 Number 5.
A long, long time ago, the Earth was ruled by dinosaurs. Then something happened. A giant meteorite struck the Earth. Goodbye, dinosaurs.
It was a night like this 40 million years ago. I lit a cigarette, picked up a monkey skull to go. The sun was spitting fire, the sky was blue as ice. I felt a little tired, so I watched Miami Vice. I walked the dinosaur.
Welcome to Larry King Live.
How do you explain Tim Allen? Phil Collins is next.
I can't wait to read this book. They tell me there's a story in the book about you having sex with a ghost.
Oh, boy, yeah. But this was at a time when I was filming Ghostbusters.
invitation. Sleeping makes me feel good. I ain't afraid of no sleep. I ain't afraid of no bed. An invisible bed. A freaky ghost bed. Yeah, 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 Bustin' makes me feel good.
Blockbuster Video offers a great selection of restricted movies inappropriate for viewers under 17 and provides computerized enforcement. You decide what kind of videos you want to watch, and Blockbuster Video enforces your wishes.
A scrub is a guy that thinks he's fly and is also known as a buster. Always talking about what he wants and just sits on his broken soul. No, I don't want your number, no. I don't wanna give you mine, and no, I don't wanna meet you nowhere, no. Don't want none of your time, and no, I don't want no scrub. A scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me. Hanging out the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me. I don't want no scrub. A scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me. Hanging out the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me.
Rising up, back on the street. Did my time, took my chances. Went the distance, now I'm back on my feet. Just a man and his tiger. So many tigers, it happens to tigers. You trade your passion for glory. Don't lose your grip on the tigers. Dreams you must fight just to keep them alive. It's the eye of the tiger. The eye of the tiger. Face to face, out in the heat, hanging tough with the tiger. They stack the odds, still we take to the street for the tiger with the skill to survive. It's deep, eye of the tiger, it's the thrill of the tiger, rising up to the challenge of our tiger. And the last known survivor stalks his prey in the night, and he's watching us all with the
To open up the Snap camera application now.
Oh man, I didn't have our voices on for any of that shit. Oops.
Good. Oh, we missed my butt talk?
Yeah.
Great.
We can talk about your butt lady though.
We already talked about it a few times. We'll talk about it again, though. There, I have Snap Camera on.
Get an OnlyFans so you can show it
I
off.
have to install Snap Camera every time I open it now, so something's wrong.
So,
wait, it's gonna install this.
Well, I think
no, it's gonna work. Don't worry about it.
it's gonna work. Hey kids, it's
so
gonna
what's a
work.
good lens?
Lens. Joe Biden. Hold on.
Come on, man. Come on,
Sunglasses
man.
by
No.
Joe Biden.
Come on, man.
Okay,
oh, man,
so
I was gonna
work.
get that.
Thank you.
Come on, man. Soundbite for the soundboard or whatever.
But maybe it will work. We'll have to see if Discord works.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
I'll eat your ass.
Okay,
Come on, man.
I'm gonna try it again.
I'll eat your ass.
Okay, I'm gonna quit.
I will eat your ass.
And I gotta turn my video off.
Oh my god. Hold on. I have a good video for you. Whereas, okay,
Holy shit.
stream.
Is that TJ?
How do I? Yeah.
I don't know.
How do I?
Is
how
it?
do I? How do I?
You
do,
look trippy
how do
as
I-
fuck.
That's fine. Let me do a better
Podcast.
version of that.
Podcast. No, I'm gonna put it in YouTube channel recommendations on our Discord. There you go. That's for you, Matthew Hag.
What is it? Is it my butt?
Yeah,
Is it your butt?
my butt.
My butt?
There, that's better.
I like to walk around Breath of the Wild wearing the rubber suit as like a fetish thing.
Me too. I actually always wore the girl.
You guys ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, dog.
I'm ready.
Let's get
I
this
should
shit
search
started.
for cowboy ones. I'm gonna find like the worst one.
Let me, so you said you actually have the audio on Twitch now, so I can
Yeah.
I can get it. So go to twitch.tv / hemsworthfeet.world.
What is this? Hemsworth. What this is? What the? Oh, I should look up the Joker. We live in a society.
No.
Well, your hat is really fucked up on your head there.
I know, isn't it
Yeah.
good? It's like the worst.
Yeah, it's just like pinned to the front of your forehead.
All right, this is John talking at his normal volume, and then Matt, and then
My
TJ,
name
and
is
Frankie.
Matt, and this is the volume I talk at all the time.
And this is TJ and something with their Spanky with a thing. Yes.
I'm the Joker, and we live in a society.
Do we though?
You want to know how I got these scars?
Hey Matt, can you talk in your actual voice volume so I can?
Hey
make
everybody,
sure-
my name's Matt. I'm on a podcast, and I also like to murder small children.
All right, it sounds good enough. I don't even fucking care at this point. We're gonna get this started. I want the Joker one. You just have to search.
Search?
Yeah.
Search.
And there's like a
We're just gonna
ton
spend
of
like 20 years
fucking.
playing with snap cameras.
Yeah, that'll be great for like an audio medium.
Wait, how did you get the Joker?
I just typed in Joker.
Oh, I can't hear anyone now. Oh, because I turned Discord down. Now I can hear you guys. How do I?
I want
Oh,
something
there's
really
the
good.
search.
Like
There's the search.
memes. Yeah.
What the fuck?
There's only like 500 Joker ones. Hey guys.
Hi. John_Danger.
You know, that's exactly how I imagine everybody with like a Joker image as their profile picture.
Yeah.
Just
They don't have the good Joker. I
the
want
Caesar Romero
Joker.
one.
Yeah.
The one with the mustache with paint over it.
Yeah. Oh, this is a good one. All right, guys, are you ready to record?
Yeah, I think so.
You said wait. Oh, you can do backgrounds. Maybe I'll just do backgrounds. That's fun.
Sorry, I just saw Spanky, so he jumped off really quickly. I think I'm friendly and approachable when I look like this.
It's a good one.
Wait, where are the backgrounds, TJ?
I don't know. I just searched for Squirtle and found this. Which, you can see, my hands are great. Because my hands show up in pictures.
Yeah, I like that one.
Which one?
The Elmo one that Spanky has.
That's a good one.
There we go.
So we're just going to do this for another hour, huh?
Yeah, this is the podcast.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go do some more runs and collect ghost mushrooms.
Don't you think you should just like figure out how to fucking do AQ before you do any of that?
I'm basically one level above a mage. I just do frostbolt.
This is a really good one.
How is that even a filter?
it's just hey. That's a good one.
John, you should do one that has like the World of Warcraft experience bar and shit.
Well, we should get started for real. Oh, there's minions. Why is there no search results when I search minions?
You gotta like, I don't know, fuck around with it for a little bit.
Maybe if I just do minion. There, it worked. These are hell!
Aren't these really good?
It looks like bubbles.
Hey, guys. Banana. Banana. Some of these are so low effort.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I like the ones that don't even have tracking. They just sit in the middle of your screen.
Yeah. That one's my favorite, for sure.
Twerking.
Ow. My head hurts.
Oh my god. Oh. That one's hellish. All right. I think I'm ready to start.
Okay.
I found what I was looking for.
Good.
All right, boys.
and then there's me.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Welcome to Born in the 80s, episode 403. I'm your host, John Danger, joined by my co-hosts.
Matt, the only one without snap camera, hag.
TJ, whatever the hell I am, May.
And Spanky, the guest host perpetually.
That's true.
I used to be perpetual guest host. I did call myself that at one time.
Yeah, you got a promotion, though.
Once I became the perpetual guest host.
Yeah. Once we have a... Jesus Christ. Okay, so for the audio listeners, if this doesn't get cut out, John's just playing with Snapchat filters, and now he's Batman. It's a lot of very low-effort Batman.
Oh, look at there's a Batman in the background in this one. He's in my window.
In the background.
I think my favorite part about... so this is just an app that you can use on video calls and stuff. It's called Snap Camera. It just basically just does Snapchat filters for your webcam. But like the best part about them is that there's so many absolutely trash low-effort ones that look so bad.
Because like just anyone can make one, right?
Like look at... I have a purple face for some reason. Yeah, anyone can make them. Yeah. It's all like you can fuck around and make your own.
And so there are ones where they didn't even bother to do like the facial tracking. It's just an image on the middle of your screen.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck is that, John?
What? It's okay. I'm gonna fix myself in a second. I love just like
Spanky looks
hitting
nice,
the
though.
random. Now, people were like, I don't know why the young kids use Snapchat, and then I just spend like an hour fucking around with it. I'm like, okay, I get it.
Spanky, when you took a drink and your lips went over
I know.
the can.
I watched it.
Okay, so let's get started. It's been a while. We took a little bit of a break because Matt decided to be ill with COVID-19.
That's not true. I had I had a throat infection of some kind.
But it wasn't COVID.
No.
That's why we missed Monday, but that's not why we missed last Saturday.
How do you know it wasn't COVID? Did you get tested?
Well, because I took the COVID survey, and like sore throat is one thing that's just not a COVID system, I guess. Symptom, I guess. I don't know.
Matt, it is. You should have gotten tested. It's free.
I took the test, the one that Google told me to take. It said don't worry about it.
Okay. Well, anyway, if you had a fever and a sore throat,
that was the one thing I was watching like constantly.
If you didn't have a fever,
have
then you
fever at all.
Then you probably didn't have it.
Yeah.
Because that's that's like a very common one.
Because like if I had a fever, even if it wasn't like COVID, I'd be afraid that it was like strep or something, and I need an antibiotic. But I'm fine now. I'm fine. Thanks for asking.
Hey, I'm glad that you're not COVID's.
I am not COVID. Yes, that's true.
Not COVID.
I'm just gonna play Breath of the Wild.
I don't know.
Insanity of this happening right now. It's really gotten to me. The fact that TJ's a fucking cookie. I'm a cookie that shoots gumdrops out of my mouth. And Spanky has Link like twerking on his screen.
Yeah.
Whatever's going on.
That's definitely what got me.
Oh, okay. So, okay, we should. But anyway, yeah, we're talking about like a serious thing, like illness, and we're doing this, so it's just good. All right. No, but on Saturday, I also was ill as well, and I had
COVID.
I had COVID 19. No, I didn't. So, I like Thursday night. I felt like I was getting like hot. I thought I was having like a panic attack, and then I just had a fever, and then I had chills, and then out of nowhere, I just slept, and it was a nightmare. It was like just an absolute, just I didn't get like any sleep. I had like chills, like I was shaking, and then I woke up at like 7, and I'd sweat through the entire bed, and I slept until noon, and then I felt completely fine, except for I had a massive headache that continued on, which is why we didn't record over the weekend, because the headache continued until Monday. So it was a great time.
Spanky is not making noise.
Spanky
You're
cannot
muted.
be heard. So
you're muted. I see
you
the
muted
mute icon on your thing.
You muted yourself there.
Why did I mute myself?
I don't know.
Listen, what I was gonna say was I'm pretty convinced that it was that fucking Walmart salad that we figured out you ate, and then it was like we looked up the symptoms like on the stream, and it was like takes 2 weeks before you shit yourself, or something like that.
It just took a while to get. It just took a while to get there. Like it worked. It had to work through my system, and then I had a blowout of terrible proportions, and now I feel completely fine. So, and then but I wanted to share. I actually did the responsible thing and got COVID tested, Matt, and I was negative for COVID.
Did you do a drive-through thing?
Yeah, I did the drive-through thing at Lion Energy Center.
Oh, nice.
It was really easy. Like I didn't have to get out of my car. I got a QR code from an email when I like signed up, and then I was there, and I waited in line in my car for it was like probably 15 to 20 minutes and then another like 10 in there. So it took like 45 minutes all the way through. There was like a ton of people there on Tuesday.
Yeah.
And I'm negative. They got back, so I wasn't going to do it because they on their website said like test results could take like 4 to 5 days to get back. And I was like, what's the fucking point then? Because you're supposed to like self-isolate anyway while you're waiting for the test results. So I might as well just wait 7 days because then it'll be over it by then if it is COVID. But they actually got back to me within 24 hours. So it was actually kind of worthwhile. And it was super easy.
I'm not
Thank
looking
you.
at you guys anymore.
Thank you, Shrek.
Oh, it's fine. Well, you went donkey.
Wait,
so...
TJ has a Snapchat filter as Shrek, but it doesn't talk. The mouth doesn't.
No, it doesn't. That's why I can do this one, which is pretty bad. Or I can do this one that just has a sticker on me of Shrek as Mike Wazowski.
There are a lot of low effort sticker ones.
Oh my god, it's like insane how bad like some of these are. I mean, like this one.
I love
It's just an extremely overweight orangutan. Oh no, it's working.
Oh, the
now.
mouth
I got
is
my
cut
mouth.
out, but
The
it's
mouth
not
is moving.
like lined up with your face, is it?
With my mouth.
Oh.
Kind of. It's badly done. Like we said, it's mostly like low effort memes on here.
Yeah, there's a lot of twerking ones.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, that's a thing that children are into. So I think I've like finally understood why people use like Snapchat.
Yeah.
I still don't get it. It's fine.
Because they're like, this is really fun to fuck around with, I guess. It's like having a funny mirror.
Quite happy. I'm personally quite happy that we'll never have to learn how to use TikTok because our president has saved us from the TikTok.
Our dear leader.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Dude, I'd never feel older than when I browse TikTok. There's a couple of times where I'm like, I need to figure out what this thing is, and I just slowly turn to dust. It's like the scene from Raiders of the Lost Ark where he drinks from the wrong cup. That's me on TikTok.
Like, TikTok is like a nightmare, I guess. It's just all it's you know, like when Vine was really fun and had like clips of people doing funny stuff, and that was like great. TikTok is just all of the worst Vines, like the people just doing the same memes over and over again.
It's basically like a million or so moms lip syncing.
Yeah, it's all lip syncing stuff, which is what I think it was originally meant to be.
Yeah, because like it had a bunch of music in the app that you could just overlay on your video, and that helps to like make it not sound like a shitty phone video, and then that leads to a bunch of lip syncing and blah blah blah. But
yeah.
Part of why it took off was like phone cameras really good, phone microphones really bad. So let's just replace all the audio, and you have what looks like a really good video and sounds like a good video super easily.
Yeah, I don't know. But now I after forever, I finally figure out how to get this fucking app to work, and it's fun. You can make yourself into a banana, like I am right now. When I shake my head, my banana dangles. Fortnite. Okay. But,
when I shake my head, my banana dick dangles too.
All right. Okay. So we should actually like talk about real stuff now, guys.
Yeah.
I was
None of
talking
this
about
fake
TikTok.
shit like COVID.
All right. What's been going on, everybody? We missed all this time, Matt.
Hashtag Wet Bussy Club.
How long did it
Hashtag
take
Wet Pussy Club.
How long did it take you to feel better, Matt?
I'd say, let's see, it was Monday, so almost a full week.
Really?
Yeah.
And you think it wasn't COVID? It
I
sounds like COVID.
I didn't have a fever. I didn't have any breathing problems. I don't know. I couldn't find sore throat on any of the list of symptoms that I looked at.
Mm-hmm. I think that was one on like everyone I saw.
Mm-mm. 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 So should I just assume I had COVID and start making out with strangers now?
Yep, I think you're safe.
I would.
All right, cool.
So
this is the worst podcast ever, you guys.
Yeah, this is actually really bad.
This is actually the worst thing we've ever made.
Because I still didn't get to talk about my reasons for not wanting to do the podcast last week.
Yeah, why didn't you want a podcast last week?
So, number one, I was out of town. I was visiting my family in Illinois.
You were in Illinois?
Illinois. And two, I think I was like having a huge mental breakdown. It was the best. It lasted like about 3 days.
All right.
Not completely out of it, but at least, at least I'm alive, I guess.
Yeah.
God damn it, John, you're a fucking pickle.
It's the funniest shit I've ever seen.
Okay, guys, I'm really starting to get annoyed with this. So can we stop it?
You see, you're only getting annoyed with it because you can't do it.
No, I'm getting annoyed because we set this time aside to do a fucking show, and I might as well just not show up.
Okay. Well, Matt, what have you been doing? You were sick and you didn't tell us a story about how you were sick. You just said I was sick and I'm better. Where's your storytelling?
There's not a story. I had a sore throat. Like, what do you want from me?
And you didn't have COVID. Did your girlfriend have COVID?
You asked for about 7 times.
Guys, we have to restart the episode. I've turned off Snap camera. We have to restart. That all has to go away because it was garbage.
Cool.
Sorry. I also have to move this so I'm actually looking at the camera and I'm looking at you because I changed where I put my webcam. Okay. I don't know. What did you guys want to talk about this week?
John woke me up on Saturday. No, there's a story there. So, John woke me up this Saturday, a couple days ago.
Drove up to Crivets.
I'm not in Crivets right now.
Where are you in again?
Stevenson, Michigan.
Dox yourself for me, please.
What's your address?
Dox yourself.
And your phone number?
Here's my GPS coordinates.
Can I get your mom's maiden name?
She's got 3 of them. Well, one maiden name, I guess.
She has one maiden name.
Maiden name.
May have maiden name.
May have maiden name. So, John sent me a Discord message on Saturday, and that woke me up out of bed. I should let our listeners know what time of day that was.
Yeah, it was a time of day that I would have expected any regular person besides Matt to be up.
Yes. John sent me a message on Saturday at... or it doesn't say anymore, but I know it was like 12:22.
Yeah.
It was right afternoon.
And I was bored.
And he's like, "You free today?" I'm like, "Yeah, what's up? You want to do a Nuzlocke stream or summit? What game should we do?" And I thought, "Oh, we should play a game together. That'd be fun. We could stream it. We could both have our games going." Like, no. Like, you play, I'll talk.
Uh-huh.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, TJ was of the mind that the best way to do it would be to have 2
play
people
together
streaming separate games.
Yeah, it would be on one stream. I'd make it work.
Too complicated, man.
Whatever, it's fine.
It's too hard to follow.
That's fine. We made it Game Grump style, where I was playing and John was commenting, looking up stuff.
I just flipped off my wife. I just wanted to pet our dog. Give me a water.
She just wanted to pet your dog. Judy is a good girl.
I'm getting a water delivered to me.
Okay.
After I took my wife off.
So we discussed what games to play, and I was thinking emulator. I'm like, wait, I've got this copy of Pokemon Heart Gold. I never played.
I've never played Heart Gold. I when I was a wee lad,
Mm-hmm.
and that means when I was a lad that weed all over everything.
Yep.
Like Calvin on those
Yeah,
trucks.
exactly like Calvin. That's
Yeah,
based on
he
me,
all over the
actually.
Ford
Did you
logo.
know every one of those stickers is hand drawn by the Calvin and Hobbes
Bill
guy?
Watterson?
Yeah.
Bill Watterson?
He's like,
that's the
man.
water that his son drank.
He's like,
that is
man, I
peeing
really
on the
hate
Ford logo."
specific brands of trucks.
Yeah. And so no, when I was a wee lad, I played red all the way through, and I played silver all the way through, and that was, I think, the end of me completing Pokemon games.
I used to be
Every
a wee
other one I
lad,
get,
but now
like-
I'm a Switch lad.
Hey-o!
So we were playing so we went ahead and I booted up my copy of what should have been overpriced, but I bought it at the thrift shop I worked at. Copy of
tags.
Macklemore is a cancer.
Yes.
I got to keep that beef up. That is
Yes.
on our podcast.
I have a problem with Macklemore because
Yeah, Macklemore-
he made my job a living hell.
Yeah.
Pop some tags. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Ow.
No.
Well, it didn't.
Don't fuck
didn't
me.
have
Fuck
a price
you.
tag on it. I think it should be like $2.99. Cool. Let me bring it back to people who do these prices for me.
So-
but it's $2.99.
Wow.
So
people actually would do shit like that?
yeah,
Ugh.
yeah, they're
That
the
reminds
worst.
me of an episode of, I think it was the Grand Tour, and I forget what country they were in. It was in Southeast Asia, and Jeremy Clarkson said, when you're a tourist and you go to these places, just buy stuff. Like, don't haggle. Like, you can spare the money. Like, you don't need to haggle.
Yeah.
Like, why be an asshole? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, especially when you're rich like those guys are. You're just like, yeah, I'll just pay whatever you say it is. Because
So-
they need the money more than you do.
So I should probably preface a bunch of this to the listeners because a lot of our listeners don't give a shit about Pokemon or don't know anything about it. So I want
a
at
lot
least
of
a
our
little bit of
listeners
background.
Are dead.
That's true.
That's
That is
because
true.
Spanky has gone around to each one of our listeners' homes. I get the data through Libsyn,
Yep.
and he shoots them.
Yeah.
Dead.
He's like,
With his
yeah,
with his
killed
Joe
him.
Biden glasses.
Yeah, he wears the Joe Biden glasses. He's got the Anton Chigurh, the
The
thing that they
cattle
use to kill cattle. And he knocks on the door.
The
and
air
he
ram.
says, "Do you listen to Born in the 80s?" He has that accent too. Do you listen to Born in the 80s? Here, let's role play. Matt, you be a listener. I'll be Spanky.
Oh gosh, I
Spanky.
sure do love listening to Born in the 80s podcast at borninthE80s.net, also on Discord. Haha,
And then-
discord.com/borninthE80s. Or
That's
born in the,
good to hear.
discord.borninthE80s.com.
Do you have a
.net.
The whatever. Why didn't you get a .com? It's so hard to remember .net. Why do our
Quiet.
listeners sound like this?
We're
do you have
network.
a coin to flip?
No, I'm broke because I listened to Born in the 80s and I gave all my money to their Patreon.
Then I am going to not kill you because you. I was gonna flip a coin, and then if it was heads, you'd live.
And that's a
tails, you'd
lesson.
die.
If you want to not be killed by Anton Chigurh, who is actually Spanky dressed as Joe Biden, you got to give all your money to our Patreon.
That's correct.
Which I
It's
assume
the
is
only way to survive.
patreon.com/born in the 80s.
Probably.
Yeah,
I don't
that
think we have
almost certain.
like 2 patrons now.
Nice.
It stopped updating the Patreon page.
Yeah.
So we're
Well, I
just
don't have
doing this
login
for
access.
free now?
You've always
What
been doing
bullshit.
It's that meme. Matt's looking at the Earth and he says,
Oh,
"Wait,
yeah.
we were doing this for free." And I have a gun pointed to the back of his head, and I said, "It's always
Oh.
been free.
Always has been.
Always has been." Yes.
So
Patreon.com/born in the 80s. Let's see what comes up.
Kevin James spoofed Anton Chigurh in a short film called No Country for Sound Guy, released July 17, 2020. Guys, Kevin James was in a short film last month where he
It was probably his
spoofed Anton
YouTube channel.
Chigurh.
He does stuff on YouTube
Yeah.
that's actually not terrible.
It is a YouTube link.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Pokemon Heart Gold.
Yeah. Nuzlocke. Nuzluke. Luke
Yep,
Nez.
Yeah, so let's explain
Luke
all
Wilson.
of this,
We'll-
all
we'll-
of these
we'll-
details.
We'll go step by step.
Muzlocke.
Pokemon
It's
Heart
like
Gold.
the same thing, but French.
They remade Pokemon Gold and Silver, like the one that John played.
Hey guys, have you heard about remakes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's talk about remakes for 10 minutes, John.
Oh, absolutely. Final Fantasy VII no. Heart Gold, Pokemon exist in generations. Just every time they make new Pokemon, they call it a new generation. So Heart Gold is here's the Generation 2 game, but we're remaking it for Generation 4, so these other Pokemon can come in it as well. But
Oh,
otherwise,
really?
it's the same. It's the same game. But we're doing an online personal challenge for this called a Nuzlocke, which John's trying to bring up our Nuzlocke rules as he...
I don't know why it's not like expanding when I open it up as an image. So I guess I'm going to open with MS Paint and it'll probably work then.
Probably.
Can you see it? Can you see it now?
No, it's just that one window.
it just wants to show my desktop.
Yeah, you're not on screen capture.
You're
You're on window
Explorer
capture.
your window.
Oh, you're right. I was on window capture. All right,
You
here we go.
fool.
Yep.
There you go.
I got
there
the
we
rules.
go.
So part of the run, TJ's playing. I'm commentating, but part of my commentating has been doing MS Paint stuff.
Yes, John is our chronicler as well as our he's the chronicler as well as our reporter.
Yes.
So he came up with these rules. Well, actually no, some of them were the original Nuzlocke rules. If a Pokemon faints, see, in-game Pokemon don't die; they just get knocked out or whatnot.
Yeah, they
If
just
Pokemon
have
faints-
severe brain damage.
Yep,
Yeah, it's dog.
But in the Nuzlocke rules, if your Pokemon faints, it dies and must be moved to our graveyard box. So I can't use it again. It is done. It is dead. Rule number 2, because with that first rule, you can just keep capturing more Pokemon. There's no end to it.
Yeah.
So rule number 2 makes it the hard mode, is you can only catch the first new attainable Pokemon you encounter. Basically, that means you go to a new area. Every section of the game is a different route or a different cave or whatnot. In each route or cave, you can only catch the first new attainable Pokemon in that area. And that's it. Now, this kind of makes it hard, but the next step makes you really attach to the Pokemon that you have gotten. All Pokemon must be nicknamed.
Yes.
So we have Spanky, our
Spanky was our starter.
He was our starter.
Which I MS Paint drew here.
Yes.
At the bottom.
It's a pretty picture.
You could put that up on DeviantArt and probably get a couple of whatever the version of likes are.
Hornies?
Yeah.
I think they're horns.
Yeah, it's horns.
Yeah, you get
your
horns
post
from
got
horny
5
people.
gooshes.
Yes.
5 splooges. 5 cum tributes.
Now
seriously, who's posting that shit on Pornhub? Come on.
The Pokemon
I don't know what
that
you're
you
talking
start
about.
with.
You don't know what I'm talking about?
No, but I don't want to get derailed. I want to continue.
You don't know what semen tributes are?
No, but I'm sure I can figure it out.
Nobody knows?
No, and I kind of don't want to now that I'm thinking about it.
How would I know? I don't do any sexing.
I think that's what it's called.
Yeah, sexing.
Yeah, sexting.
Yeah, sexting. What?
How?
I think that's what it's called. Don't worry
Semen
about it.
tributes.
TJ, it sounds like your bit rate went down.
Probably.
Yeah. Okay. If it's not an easy fix, it sounds fine.
No, is it better now or good?
It sounds
Okay,
the same.
I got Urban Dictionary here. Cum tribute. The act of coming on a picture.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's just blowing a sigil. That's fucking left-hand path shit.
See, now he's got another name for it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that you as you do it, you have to put intention into the act, and then it's like The Secret. You can shape reality. Just just read some Aleister Crowley shit. It's all explained there.
Okay. So wait, is this a follow-up from the Hexing the Moon episode, Matt? You've gotten
It could be. It could be.
So wait. So are you saying that the
unless
witches
if they're
that
just
hex
like
the
this is a
moon
picture I like.
So the witches that hex the moon just went on fucking Google and Googled the moon and then printed it out on their Epson inkjet printer and it just came all over a picture of the moon.
I
They're
don't
like,
think
"Fucking
that's
hex,
hexing.
bitches."
That
Wait. We can't talk about Avatar: The Last Airbender until later.
Yes. Come on the moon.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That's what Sokka does. He goes to the Epson print benders, paper benders house. It's like, I need you to paper bend me a picture of the moon, and they're like, all right, well, do you want it on cardstock? Because it'll be 25 years then. He's like, bitch, I don't need it on cardstock. What is this, a fucking Kinko's? I'm trying to get kinky, not Kinko. Get the fuck out of here. It's FedEx Office now because they rebranded it. But the
That's
Kinko's joke still tracks for people who are at least in the audience of this show. And then
yeah, go ahead. Yeah,
Pokemon.
I'm really surprised. See, if it wasn't for the fact that they had to leave the North Pole so quickly, I'm really surprised Sokka didn't come on the fish.
Or at least put it in his bussy.
Oh, that's
I think that Shane Dawson got
wiggle.
canceled for that.
Yeah. Remember when that guy came on his cat? And then everybody's just like, it's cool. We won't cancel you for like another couple of years.
Don't
act like you haven't came on your cat before.
By accident.
No.
I mean,
this is like a fire hose. It's like, ah!
I mean, sometimes it just happens, you know.
It's like fucking Stan Marsh in that episode of...
we do a podcast. We're supposed
This
to tell
ectoplasm.
stories about animal abuse so that we can get canceled in 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
No. Well, the thing is that if you talk about something in the middle of a podcast, no one will ever find it.
I don't know if it really applies with this bullshit, but I've heard that described as the intellectual dark web, which is just like information that's recorded on the internet, but unless you are specifically looking for it, it's not indexed anywhere.
You're correct. This isn't indexed. Unless we go to that website and then have them
and then it's
get our
poorly
Bassy written
indexed.
down.
Well, I mean, and besides that one, there's still Otter.ai, but we have to manually do that. And then on the other end of things, we do now push these to YouTube, and YouTube does have their auto captioning.
Yeah.
I don't know if people can search by that.
You can also pay people like 5 cents an hour to do like transcriptions.
Yeah, but for YouTube, they've now just changed it. You have to give them access to your YouTube channel. You can't let just some rando do it and then accept their transcription.
Can't I just go to Fiverr and do it?
Yeah.
No, probably, but you have to give them access to your YouTube channel.
Dude, what if we went to Fiverr and we paid some people and the indigenous people in some other country to like hold up signs that they can't read that say,
oh,
like,
you're
kill
doing a
all Jews?
PewDiePie thing. I was like, where is this going?
Yeah.
No.
I almost bought.
Isn't the internet just the fucking worst?
Yeah, I know. I live here.
Yeah, I think so. I would consider it probably the fucking worst.
It has made our lives innumerably worse as well as better, because on the internet you can do things like Twitch stream Pokemon Nuzlocke runs with your friend TJ.
Yeah.
John, what are those?
Well, we've almost gotten.
What are those?
So the rules were starter Pokemon must be decided by random roll. So
John did the rolling for me.
What's your favorite kind of roll? I like cinnamon rolls.
California roll.
Tootsie
Oh,
roll.
yeah.
I like to see that Tootsie roll.
Did you know that those inside out sushi rolls were actually invented in America?
Hey Siri, play Tootsie Roll by 69 Boys. I don't think she's gonna play that song.
That's fine. Neither is mine. Do I need to start twerking on camera? Will that get us the views?
Yeah.
I'm wearing my short shorts right now. It's great.
No, you gotta like have a link to your OnlyFans in the comments or whatever.
Okay, yeah.
Whatever that
Subs
guy
get
was
OnlyFans.
upset about.
Subs get TJ's OnlyFans.
I was gonna try and do that with my Samsung phone, but it was like, hey, you gotta update the terms of use of Bixby, and I was like, never mind.
Bixby?
I'm not doing that.
What?
Yeah, Bixby. You know, the Samsung Siri that nobody uses.
What the fuck is that? It's bullshit.
I actually saw that Google and Samsung were in talks to replace Bixby with Google Assistant. Which
Yeah,
makes way more
doesn't
sense.
it run Android already?
It does, but they have. But Samsung has all their garbage bloatware software on top of it that you have to install.
Sounds like a
Siri,
shitty phone.
tell me a pickup line.
Hey, guess what?
Just be yourself.
Look at that. You got one of those on your phone?
I don't
Yeah,
need
so
one.
I do.
Well,
yeah,
TJ has one of
I
those.
don't have whatever you just said.
The headphone jack.
Headphone jack.
Why the fuck would I need a headphone jack?
Because
I don't leave my house. I'm not gonna fucking wear headphones anywhere.
Well,
put
now
them
you
up
don't.
in stereo.
But before you need.
Before I just had Bluetooth, like a
Understand
fucking
is that
civilized person, John.
Apple invented the coronavirus to sell people on the idea that they didn't need headphones because they're not gonna be walking anywhere.
Yeah,
I do
yeah.
wanna- I
and
do
here's
wanna
the other thing, the really mind blowing part. Steve Jobs is still alive. He fucking did it.
Yeah,
he did it.
Steve Jobs.
He's
ate
hanging
all
out in
the
Cuba
headphone
with
jacks.
Tupac.
That's how he cured his pancreatic cancer. He ate the headphone jacks.
Well, he got
the government is
coronavirus-
lying to you.
They took coronavirus from his liver cancer
Yeah.
that he had.
They split it up very small
it was-
pieces.
No, they said it was pancreatic cancer, so you'd think he actually dying was more realistic,
Mhm.
but it was actually liver cancer.
This is all.
That's a
This all
small
tracks.
detail.
This is
yeah.
all 100% real.
So if one of our Pokemon dies of liver failure, they will have to be eulogized via a haiku that I will write for them. Because in the part of Nuzlocke runs are, if a Pokemon faints, they die for real. It isn't. They can't resurrect them. So the reason why people like to do Nuzlocke runs with Pokemon is you played all these Pokemon games over and over again, collected them all. Well, how about you try playing it with the random dregs that you get, just the first Pokemon you see in every single new zone, and that's who you got to stick to. That's who you got to protect from dying. That's who TJ almost killed by absentmindedly pressing the tackle button a bunch while we were talking.
Yes. Now
that's
being
how it
said,
happens.
We didn't hit the point of that you can only catch the first new attainable Pokemon.
Yes.
If you knock that Pokemon out, you can't catch anything in that
Correct.
zone.
That happened
And-
already.
And we did that already.
TJ did
with-
kill a Pokemon while he was trying to catch it, so we weren't able to collect it. So, like, there's like 32 routes or probably something like that. You know what I mean? Like a limited number of Pokemon we'll be able to possibly catch in the game, and we lost one forever because TJ.
No,
made a
because you
mistake.
can still get trade Pokemons.
Yes, but that's really rare.
Because you have to, for in-game trades, you have to get the Pokemon that's required for that trade.
Yeah.
So, like in the third city you get to, Violet City, there's a guy who will trade you. If you have a Bellsprout, you get an Onix. But in the route that Bellsprout show up on, we got a freaking Caterpie.
Yeah.
So, fuck.
Unless we somehow get a Bellsprout somewhere else, we're never getting an Onix. But that's the whole point.
And we need to keep that Caterpie alive, which I think is already involved in the Metapod.
Meth
because that
dealer, please.
It's Meth Dealer. Yeah,
The name of Meth Dealer.
Because it's going to be the Pokemon that distributes all the drugs to the other Pokemon, so we can capture
I've been
them or knock
inspired.
them out.
The next time we stream TJ, I've got to draw Meth Dealer as a Butterfree with the face of Heisenberg.
There we go.
Science.
Exactly.
So here is the list of 4 Pokemons that you can get in Heart Gold in the Johto region for trade. Bellsprout for an Onix. You already fucked that up.
Yep.
You can get a Machop for a Drowsy, which there are. I remember in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, there's actually a lot of Drowsies, but you have to go there at night. It's on before you get to whatever the city.
Yeah, we got to do a
Goldenrod
night
City.
playthrough because the Bellsprout Tower has Ghastlies in it at night.
And Rattatas are
during the
rated
day,
already.
During the day,
Yeah.
it's just Rattatas, and since based on our rules, it is not the first new attainable Pokemon we are encountering in that zone because we already got a Rattata. So
Yeah,
we can get a Ghastly if we go at night.
Go at night to Goldenrod City. You'll get a Drowsy, and then you can get a Machop, who's a very good Pokemon.
Yes, yeah.
Then you can trade a
Lots of
Krabby for a Voltorb. Krabbies you can fish up. So like I don't know if you're gonna do like
Oh, I suppose we
fishing
can
as
do
a separate
fishing
rule.
rules. Yeah, why not?
and Voltorb was a pretty good electric Pokemon. Not great, but really good speed. And then the last one, which is fucking stupid, is you can trade a Dragonair for a Dodrio. Who the fuck would trade a Dragonair for a Dodrio?
An incredibly...
Who would trade a Dragonair ever?
Well, Dragonair is what evolves into Dragonite, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the second stage of the Dratini.
I was going to say, so it is a high-level, end-game, feasible dragon-type Pokemon for a basic flying Pokemon.
Normal flying Pokemon. Yep.
Yeah, normal. So it's completely like trading down. So yeah, let's. I've got to get away. I've got to fly away. I've got to
get away.
I gotta fuck a butterfly or.
Fun. Just a little fucking dragonfly.
Thank you for your Neil CC Arega. All right, so here's the map. Here's the map that I've also been annotating as part.
Yeah, you found a French map.
I found a French map. It was the first one that came up in the Google
Vu any Francase? What the fuck?
This is where we started. We started on Bourguignon.
Yep.
And we went to Villa Griotte. We caught a Pidgey there.
Yep.
And then we went up north and we got ourselves a Rattata. This is all done in paint terribly, so everything looks like trash. It took me a long time to get this to work. This is when TJ failed to catch a Metapod. I killed it. And then we came up here and we went into the dark cave and we got a Zubat. What's the Zubat's name?
Zubat is...
Lubega.
Lubega, right. Yep.
I named him Lubega because he makes the most annoying noise and he confuses our enemies.
Good.
Yes.
Rattata was named Sproink, right?
Spoink, which is a different Pokemon. That was named by one of our chatters.
And the Pidgey was named Damn Eye. Yeah, people in chat named those two. And then Caterpie was named Meth Dealer because Caterpie turns into a butterfly character eventually.
Yep.
That has a lot of status effect things. So he's like
spores,
showing off the drugs to all the other Pokemon, making them pass out. And that's
that makes
as far
sense.
as we've gotten.
Oh, and Spanky's are... we talked about Spanky already.
And Spanky's the lead, obviously.
Yep.
Because he was on the chat before we started because he was waiting for his mother to show up.
Now, parts 1 and 2 of this are actually on my YouTube channel.
Yes,
I've already uploaded them.
That's what I want TJ to do too. So we're talking about it. You can actually watch these if you want to. They're pretty fun.
Yep. And Spanky, I've been saying the entire time, because you're the starter, because you're going to be used the most, and because I'm going to forget that you are squishy, you're going to be the first to die. I really think you will be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate because you're a heavy hitter right now because you're the most leveled up.
Yeah.
So
I think you're level 10 now.
That's the same thing I said about you when you joined the podcast too, though. You're definitely
Spanky will probably die first.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about the starters in Heart Gold, Soul Silver.
Uh-huh.
The only good one is Chikorita.
Take us to Pokemon School.
I love Chikorita.
Chikorita is literally the only good one.
Oh, what? You don't like Swampert?
Swampert's a different gen.
I said in Heart Gold, Soul Silver.
Don't poke explain to us.
Yep. I like Mudkips.
Totodile
kicks ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about for the game. Like, Chikorita is the best one for the game.
No, Chikorita is actually garbage, but it is my favorite.
I play...
No. Chikorita can learn...
Solar beams?
I thought you were going to say sperm tribute. That's what Chikorita can learn.
Chikorita can learn sperm tribute.
No, like, you've never been on like a Pornhub website and then you're like looking at it and it's like cum tribute and you're like, why? I don't want to see this.
I've never been to Pornhub.
Well,
I mean, that's
have
what
a
seeds
different
are.
experience than we do, okay?
That's exactly what Leech Seed is. Leech Seed is sperm tribute.
You should go to Pornhub because there's at least one account I've seen clips from is a guy who just comments on porn videos as if they weren't porn and discussing the plot from them. And they're pretty good sometimes.
My favorite, I don't know if these are real, but it's the Boomer Pornhub memes. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It's like MILF who paid for college with money saved from mowing the neighbor's lawn tells debt-laden student they have it easy.
Oh my god!
And mature pair ride young buck for not owning a $750,000 home at 22, like the 9,000 one they did.
Yeah, it's
wealthy matures hardcore fuck their grandchildren's future.
So I don't know if TJ, if you had anything else you wanted to say about the Nuzlocke, but it's been a lot of fun so far, and I'm looking forward to continuing.
Come watch. When are you available next, John? Tomorrow?
When am I available next? I am not available tomorrow night because I play D&D at Epic Systems, which is now
and not Wednesday, so Thursday.
Now not going to be opening for the pandemic. I don't know if I don't know if you guys have followed that news about Epic Systems in the Madison area.
Not too closely.
A little bit from your link, and then I start watching other things.
Yeah, so Epic Systems is a pretty large employer south of Madison. They make, I don't know if you've been to a hospital, but they probably make the software that they use at your hospital. And they are pretty infamous for being kind of a culty place. And they have like a fucking campus with like a Harry Potter themed building and an Alice in Wonderland themed building. You got a slide instead of stairs in one of the buildings. It's like one of those like fucking Silicon Valley tech like bullshit, but actually they're really
right
like
here
ruthless,
in Wisconsin,
ruthless to their employees, as was shown by the fact that they were telling all of their 10,000 employees that they have to be back in the office by September.
Yeah.
Even though the pandemic is in no way showing any signs of slowing down.
And even though they, like, what they do is computer programming.
Yes.
So like,
work that is extremely easy to do remotely. You know, and
it's really hard to get things done when we can't have in-person meetings.
Yes, exactly.
God damn it!
I fucking hate meetings.
And it was and then they were talking about the collaborative culture and everything. They actually put up an extremely, and this was like maybe the thing that broke the camel's back. The thing that broke the camel's back. The thing that broke the camel's back. I want that to become a thing, but the thing is like the thing from the Fantastic Four. He's just breaking the back.
He's just riding it like, yeah.
He's just mad. No, yeah. Okay, it'd be better. He's just sitting on it, and the camel looks really sad because he's obviously extremely...
Forget the thing that broke the camel's back. Just thing that broke the camel's back from Adam's family.
Yes. Oh, yeah, that's true.
Or the shape-shifting alien from The Thing.
The Thing? Yeah, that's true. Wilford Brimley. Rip.
Rip to a real one.
Rock me diabetes.
So anyway, they put out a pretty tone deaf video where like they were talking about how all the things they're doing to like make it safe and like how they got like MERV 14 filters in their air system like hospitals have, and how they're going to do social distancing guidelines and everyone has to wear masks and all this shit. And they're like, try and have an outdoor meeting, you know. I'm like, yeah, because that'll work in like 3 months.
Yeah.
And then all this stuff, you know, about how they're going to have all their lunches are going to be prepackaged now instead of like serving on trays. And you have to bring your own silverware, all this stuff. And then they like interview this guy who's like, I guess, a VP of one of their groups, who had a heart transplant last year.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's on like immunosuppressant drugs because of that. And he was working there. And he's like, I'm working here. You know, I just wash my hands a little bit more often, and I have a sign outside my office telling people not to come in, you know, because I'm immunocompromised. And it's like, so they're like just parading out this like management person who's like obviously being like, you know what I mean?
Our token immunocompromised person.
Yeah. It's like culture of, they have like such a culture there of, people call it like a cult, like an epic cult, because they just, it's like a Silicon Valley company where it's like you're expected to work overtime. You're expected, you know, to fall in line. I mean, I know people that work there have been talking about people are getting demoted or in trouble for kind of publicly going against that or speaking out publicly about it. And now what has happened is the public health department of Dane County said that they cannot open, basically. So the county government had to come in and say, no, you can't have 11,000 people getting together in one place every day and then traveling out to the rest of the county. You know what I mean? Like it's just obviously going to spread disease. And so they said, okay, we're not going to do it. But I have a feeling that it's going to be a voluntary comeback that will be not voluntary. I'm using air quotes here for the audio listeners.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Or if you're one of those people that decides to stay home, that you probably will.
You will have a bad performance review coming your way, most likely.
Yep, that's how they do people there. Honestly, that's what happened to me when I worked there. I said that I didn't enjoy my role and I wanted to transition to a more technical services role, and they said, "Oh, well, if you don't like your role, then you got a performance review. It's bad, and now we're going to fire you." And I was like, "Okay, well, that's not what I wanted, but I just wanted to I'd been there for a year, and I was like, I liked the people and the company, but didn't like the group I was in." But anyway, they kind of suck in that way. A lot of great people work there, though. A lot of friends that I know that work there. I mean, nothing against the people. I mean, they hire
they get my dad's company a lot of work.
Yeah, they're great.
He works in installing glass into corporate buildings and stuff, and they fucking every day there's a new project at Epic.
Yeah, but I mean, again, they bring a lot to the community. But their corporate culture is extremely draconian and very internet startup company focused. They want to try and be like the Silicon Valley companies, even though they're not at all in the Midwest. And even though Silicon Valley companies like Google are telling their employees to not come in,
Yeah,
they were talking. Yeah, they were making some sort of technicality over the public health. About how companies are not supposed to open because they were calling themselves a healthcare company, so they were able to open, even though they're a software company that makes healthcare software. That's different. They were trying to skirt past it, and they're like, no,
I just don't understand that. And Full Compass was like this a little bit too, but that mentality of no, we have to have in-person meetings and that old school business shit of we need to all be in the same space.
You want to know what it is? It's that everyone on the lowest rung, like me, are really, really good at their jobs and are educated and just can't move up because there's people who are already in the places right above us. And the people in the places right above us in fucking middle management are dumb as shit and can't do a fucking thing on the computer. And they need to feel important because everything's about them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a real nightmare.
Well, the other part is about they can't see that you're constantly being productive if you're not being watched over the whole time. And really, people are more productive when they have the ability to just get everything done at once and still be paid for the time because you've still blocked out that time throughout the day. But now you have to sit in a place, pretend to be productive.
I have a friend who works for Missouri Schmuniversity, and they have a supervisor that does that shit. That's like, oh my gosh, you haven't checked in on the Jira task on your latest updates for what you've done in the past hour. And then my friend is like, all right, well, I'm just gonna fucking go take a nap. Fuck this shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
My friend does not have great work ethic when they are being micromanaged.
I don't know. I think a lot more stuff should be compensated based on the actual work you do instead of just the hours you put in. Because if you can get the same job done in an hour that it would take other people 2 hours, it doesn't mean you should get paid less.
Where the fuck did I see that? I saw, I don't know if it was Reddit or it was Twitter. I think it was Twitter. I saw it.
Was it Cum Worship? Or whatever the fuck we were talking about?
Worship.
No, Cum Worship is something else.
Oh, okay.
There was something someone did a Yahoo or a Quora thing, asking.
That was on my brother and me then.
Okay, I've got this employee who gets all of his work done in the first 5 hours of work, and then the last 3 hours just kind of sits at his workstation and doesn't go around and help the other people in the office. And he actually admits to doing this, and this. Should I fire him or what? And the first response was, "You want to fire the most productive and most honest worker that you have?"
Yeah. It's just dumb. The whole corporate
Yeah.
structure is dumb and outdated, and we should fix it.
Yeah.
So, Matt, you were talking about Full Compass.
Yes.
I may know someone who just applied to work at Full Compass and had 2 interviews there.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And the person is inside this square that I'm in.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's Woody.
Fuck, where is he?
It's Woody.
It's Woody. It's Woody.
No, it's
Woody from Toy Story.
Goofy.
It's Goofy. It's Goofy. Hashtag let Goofy safe yuck.
Hashtag
But,
Goofy Safe Yuck. Thank you.
Yes.
Yuck.
Well, I mean, honestly, he
You know,
is the
Goofy
only-
did fuck because Max
Yes,
exists.
exactly. He is one of the 2. He's one of the only 2 Disney characters we know that is actually fucked. Well,
Who else is fucked?
Disney. Pete did because Pete has a kid too.
Well, what? Okay, who are Huey, Dewey,
Yeah.
Louie? Those are Donald's
PJ.
like cousins, or no?
Those
his
are Donald's nephews, which are
So
also
his
Scrooge's
brother
nephews.
fucked, or sister.
Yes,
fucked.
exactly. But we never
Yeah.
see who that is. And
No, it's Stella Duck. She's in the new DuckTales.
now Donald has an Uncle Scrooge, and the nephews call him Uncle Scrooge, even though it's technically Grunka.
Okay,
Should
so
be
great
Grunkle
uncle.
Scrooge.
Yes.
Yeah.
Grundle Scrooge.
Grundle, yeah. But yeah, so yeah, I applied to Full Compass. Matt, I'm going to ask you a quick question.
Okay.
I'm going to give you a couple names and see if you could tell me if they suck or not.
Okay. This is a weird thing to do on the podcast.
Yes, absolutely. I'm going to go ahead and throw this out there just because, throw someone under the bus. So, do you know who Nicole is?
No.
Because she's the person hiring me and would be my supervisor in that department.
Yeah, I don't know.
How about Chris, who's like the VP of that department?
Yeah. She's
okay.
She was like my boss too. She's
no. Chris is a guy.
Oh, then no.
Yeah. Yeah, this is like a VP, like just under owner or whatnot. Because I may have fucked up the second interview with my nerves. But today would have been the first day I could have heard back, but they haven't told me a day. So if I don't hear back from tomorrow, I know I'm fucked.
If you don't hear back, I wouldn't sweat it too much, honestly.
Yeah, I'm not worried too much about it, but I need something.
They had, I think, around 200 employees at the beginning of the year, and they laid about half of them off for COVID. So I don't think they're doing well. I think I was telling you about this, like the ERP software that we were using was up until a couple of years ago. It was software that was programmed in the early 80s, and like you didn't have mouse functionality. You just had to navigate everything with tabs.
Yep, you were telling me about that. I definitely remember. And then the other thing I did was on Friday, I had heard back from another employer that I applied to about 2 or 3 weeks ago. So I actually, that's a great picture, John. He's in a TV. Now, I heard back from the county of Dane, from Dane County, the county you guys are in, for a job called communicator. And I'm like, back in my mind, I'm like, fuck, what was that job? What's that job about? Why would I have applied to that? And they basically just said, hey, we feel that you're, well, it's probably an automatic message because of the way it was. Maybe not. Thank you for your interest in the communicator position with Dane County. You have passed the minimum qualifications and are invited to take an online test from a computer. So it's really just, hey, you've got the basic qualifications, but we need you to take this thing, and we're going to base it off of this assessment. I had a week to do it, but I did it the day I got it. And it was like 9 different assessments. But before I took the assessments, I'm like, fuck, what the fuck's communicator position? So I re-looked for the Indeed listing. I looked for the listing on the Dane County Jobs website. It's not there. That's not there. Like, fuck. So I just did a Google search for Dane County Communicator.
Yeah, what is so that is such a generic name for a job.
Yes. It's I'm going to give you a better description. It's 911 dispatcher.
Oh, okay.
So I had I had to do a bunch of assessments that were like, fill in this data entry. But while you're doing data entry, there's a little pop-up in the bottom corner that will pop up an emergency that you have to read quickly and click one of the 4 things to see who you're going to divert it to, whether it's EMT, police, fire, or utility. But you're doing this, and then you got to jump right back to your data entry. So I did that for data entry, including audio data entry. I had to do map reading. I had to do priority, which was like read a description and then pick one of these multiple choice answers that best describes the description. John, I don't know what filter you're using right now, and it's bugging me.
I don't know.
Is he just doing a face?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a PewDiePie filter.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
No.
I don't look like a
Harry Potter.
Hey, Hitler had some okay ideas once.
Oh, Jesus.
You heard it here first.
Jesse, the body of Nazareth.
Some ideas.
All right.
Candace Owens?
But yeah, so I did a bunch of 9 different assessments, which took me about 2 hours.
Don't you love that?
But it's different than filling out an application.
An ass load of shit. And then
it wasn't the application. The application was okay, but this was like doing a test. And the thing is, part of this, in the so they mentioned something about do not call the technical support to see about your pass fail of this, whatever. And then later on, it mentions here that the ability to take pre-employment tests off-site is a privilege. Please do not take advantage of this benefit. Also, be aware that applicants who advance in this recruitment may be required to take parallel versions of these tests in a proctored setting in order to confirm their identities as the original test takers. So I took this test online, and then I may have to take it in person to prove I'm the same person who did the test.
That's okay. What if you forget what you answered and you answer different things?
I mean, it's more about the skills than it is about the exact answer. It's not like those personality assessment shit, which is why I think I immediately get rejected from Walgreens every time I apply now.
Why?
And I think it's because of the personality.
Is it because you said you would let someone rob the store or whatever nonsense that they have in that?
I don't know.
They always have the question is like, if another employee was caught or was stealing something, what would you do? Would you let them get away with it?
It wasn't that kind of personality.
Like the obvious questions that you're supposed to lie about.
It was more like those. What the fuck is that? The Biggs. I was gonna say the Higgs boson, but
the personality thing. Yeah.
Yeah, the actual personality shit profile,
which is all just bullshit anyway.
Oh yeah,
it is 100%.
Well, but they paid some fucking company $800 million to come up with the algorithm that they use in that test.
The algorithm.
They have to think that it's worth it.
He invented the internet,
Yeah.
But yeah, I applied to the Walgreens up here for even just a fucking counter person.
Yeah.
And in a day, I got a rejection. I applied for the Walgreens down by you guys, but that for a pharmacy tech trainee, because those are easy to do. You don't have to be certified ahead of time. And got rejected in a day for that. Like, what the fuck? It is definitely not a qualifications thing. It's got to be that goddamn personality test.
Have you tried collecting unemployment instead?
I haven't tried that yet.
How's the unemployment going for you? Are you going to get your money now?
I don't know. We'll see.
Well, wait. So the money payment thing, this extra $600, that's over, right?
Yeah. Except then Trump did an executive order, but I also
for $400. But I don't know if it's.
I don't know
actually.
Yeah, I don't know how what roadblocks executive orders have to go through. It's all fucked. It's all fucked right now.
I applied to 2 jobs at Covance today.
Oh, animal wrangler. Did you?
I did not do the animal wrangler one, which was Drew's old job.
Yes,
but I did see it.
Monkey wrangler.
That one is more specific in terms of its requisites, things that I have to have. And because I didn't go into a life sciences degree of some sort,
You have to have
I don't actually fit the requirements.
proficiency with a stun baton.
Yeah.
But they are still looking for a monkey regular.
You have to have not watched the Planet of the Apes movies because they don't want to have ideas.
Yeah.
No, so I end up doing a document specialist and a QA officer.
Okay.
Because QA was that position at the other place that I applied to that I thought I'd be really good at.
Yeah, why not? If the math degree, you'd be able to do any of those.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, good luck. I mean, Covance, I got rejected like 3 times. Even with like an in on one of them. Because I had this is when I was unemployed for like 9 months. But then when I was
you drain on society.
When I was leaving my current job or my previous job to go to this current job, I accepted a position there and I was going to start, and then I got this other job offer, the job I currently have now, that was like
I remember that
8,000 more a year.
Yeah,
and I was like, well, sorry, Covance.
It's one of those things where it rains it pours. When you start getting things in, you get a bunch.
Yeah, I had I applied to 4 jobs and I got 4 job offers, and I just got the best one.
When I got that job at Savers, I had 3 offers on the table.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes it's just like, yeah, it's not a great time right now, but
no, it fucking sucks right now.
Yeah, but there's places like my company's like hiring some positions and stuff. Like there's still jobs hiring because work is still happening.
Yeah.
It's like retail jobs are going to be way worse now. But like
my job is, so here's the thing. I work at a university in IT. My job is extremely safe, but we will not, because it's university education, and we're about to let like 25,000 students on campus, so we're all gonna fucking die.
Not doing the remote.
No, IT where I'm at is doing remote just fine, but
no. I meant like the like on campus. The kids are coming on campus.
Oh yes.
Oh,
absolutely.
I'm sorry.
I think it's like the only classes that are allowed to switch to like online without some kind of like department approval is 200 and above level classes. If you're a 100 level class, you have to be in person unless you have like a specific workaround.
So aren't the 100 level classes usually the let's get 150 people into a lecture hall and watch a bunch of like slides? Like,
yeah, that's what they are. Like so Psychology 101, where you get 200 people in a fucking room to watch a PowerPoint of what the Kubler-Ross stages of grief are. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, so the classes that are easiest to remote, they're not.
Yeah.
They're okay, whatever.
So
I feel bad for the professors that are trying to figure out what they're going to do, but come on, like it's got to be better than risking people's health. So
the thing is, apparently, excuse me, we're doing really good as far as enrollment because there's a lot of freshly graduated people and etc. who are like, I want coronavirus to be over and life go back to normal. So if I go to the college where everything is going to be opening up, that'll be like it's normal, and we can just pretend coronavirus doesn't exist.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of that going on, which is great for the university, like as far as making money, but not great as far as like everyone remaining alive and not dead from coronavirus.
Yeah, great. Awesome.
Yeah, viruses are a lot like the living billboards from that Treehouse of Horrors episode. If you just don't pay attention to them, they go away.
If you don't pay attention to it, they go away.
You know what I hate is that like people are like, oh, it's going to happen no matter what. But like, it's not bacteria. It's not airborne. It's not multi-species. Like, if you just don't see, if everyone in America did their absolute fucking best to never breathe or see in the distance of like 10 feet of another human, it would just go away.
Yeah.
That's just how it fucking works. That's how viruses work. They literally are not alive. They cannot live on surfaces.
No.
Like bacteria or like airborne disease.
They need to be
they can't live in rats.
Body to live.
They can't live in rats and shit. Like, so if you just stayed home, like, and that's the thing. They say that China is lying about their numbers, and they probably are. But they like had a and this is probably too much, but they had a fucking like authoritarian. If you live in Wuhan, if you go outside of your house, you get fucking disappeared by the government. And like, yeah, that's fucked up and all, but also that's how they killed it. Like, that's just that was their plan, and it worked. So there's got to be a middle ground between like fucking if you leave your house you get disappeared and like I want to die at Hooters.
Yeah, please let me die at Hooters. That's all I want to do. I'm going to risk it all to die at Hooters. Anyway, so like I have one. Let's before we get to Avatar because it's getting late. I have one. Am I the asshole I wanted to share that is related to COVID?
Okay.
So here's an Am I the asshole?
Fuck you assholes doing?
Thank you. Am I the asshole for insisting my wife and child take precautions and avoid public bathrooms? Like, that doesn't sound like an asshole thing to do, you know? Take precautions.
I don't know. The fact that it's a man and the way that he used the word suggests makes me think that he's about to be an asshole and just word it in a way that makes him look really good.
Yeah. And I feel like this could go into some terrible directions that aren't COVID related.
Okay. Well. Oh, God.
Sounded like a realistic Peppa Pig.
Yeah, I gotta switch that off. That's too distracting. Okay, that's much better. Wow, that was... I guess that's what Peppa Pig would look like, though. I mean, she's a fucking pig, so it would just be a weirdly shaped pig head. Okay, so...
What is subscribe to @Hubert L? That's on your screen right now.
I just switched it to a normal one so we could talk, and then had
Who's Hubert L?
Just click it again.
I
and
bet
it'll
he's
go
the
away.
fucking
Who's Hubert
Ben
L?
Shapiro.
Oh my God! I already had a Ben Shapiro one on earlier. Here, this one's
I know you destroyed me with
one?
logic and facts.
Is it this one you're wearing right now?
I'm literally trying to find. It's just me. I'm Ben Shapiro. Okay.
Oh, damn. Yeah, I went to twitter.com/HubertL. It is a naked female and a bunch of porn spam.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
And it's all from like 2012.
Okay. So let's reset. Let's talk about this guy. Is he the asshole? My family is refusing to take proper precautions and don't understand how gross public bathrooms are. Am I the asshole for insisting they self-quarantine and avoid public bathrooms by using the camping chair?
Uh-oh.
The camping chair.
Hold on.
Yep, go ahead. Go ahead.
This is a foldable toilet seat that he wants them to bring with them.
It's the camping chair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Cross-post to an advice forum, but I don't think I'm TA here. I like how he's like, I'm not the asshole, but I want to ask anyway. Due to COVID, I, 40, and my family, 40F, 11M, can't do many of the things we had previously spent summers and weekends doing. We
Like
love to
spitting
travel.
into strangers' mouths.
Yeah, licking poles, going and licking all of the door handles in a grocery store. We love to travel. My wife and child both have escalated risk factors to COVID, and I don't know what that means. Escalated
like
risk factors.
immunocompromised or something.
Probably not. I'm assuming probably not, but he just assumes. And if anything, a man over the age of 40 probably has higher risk factors.
Yeah.
But we live in an area and state with large numbers of infections. I believe... Uh-oh, what happened?
It's a toilet chair.
Oh, okay. You put it up. Okay. Because I wanted to see what your is this? No, okay, it's not this. There actually is a link to an image of the thing they were specifically talking about. and I'll get to that. But and I'll share it in the thing. But yes, you're getting the general idea there, Matt.
Are they like stashing it under a bed in that picture?
So much more to this. Let's continue.
Okay.
I believe in as much normalcy as possible while still being extremely conscious. I have purchased a toilet chair for our Subaru, so we can go on long drives without using a dangerous public bathroom. This only seems prudent to me, but my wife and child are now refusing to use the Subaru toilet. If we stay cooped up at home, our child spends too much time on snacking, video games, and FaceTime instead of exploring the world around us, which is still available for hiking, exercising, and exploring. Like you're just now trying to find the exact toilet they're talking about. Maybe I'll get there. My wife has a high-pressure career, and these weekends into areas with less cell service than other people in the car are the only way she won't spend the whole weekend on conference calls or Zoom meetings about some county coroner or other grim and stressful topics. We've been on a road trip / camping this week, and today, while I stepped out of the car to buy firewood, my wife drove off and left me so she and my child could use a, quote, real fucking toilet, which in my opinion places us all at risk. I love this. So basically, he was like, hey, I'm going to go get some firewood. And he gets out, and then his wife is just like, let's go to a fucking bathroom. And they drive off and leave him. This is even better, too, because I've told my wife that she and our child need to self-quarantine from each other now that they've used different bathrooms. They're both angry at me for the, quote, toilet chair situation. And I'm very angry that my wife left me at a roadside firewood stand for 25 minutes. The roadside firewood vendor showed me on his cameras that they were not abducted. But I was very panicked until he did so, and I was humiliated after. I love the idea of this guy being like, oh, my wife and child have been kidnapped. Oh, my God. Oh, they've been kidnapped. And then the guy's just like, no, dude, they just fucking left you.
Yeah, this dude's like super paranoid about everything.
My wife angrily retorted that this is her Subaru.
You can't say that word anymore, John.
This is what? What am I supposed to say?
Retorted. I just made a funny joke because it sounded like
I was
another
trying
word.
to figure out. So my wife angrily retorted that this is her Subaru, and she didn't, quote, buy it to shit in it. So what I'm gathering out of this is it was not a bumper dumper situation, Matt, like you were showing there, where they were hooking up a toilet to the outside of the car.
I think.
Oh, okay. Spanky's doing this. This was a situation where they had one of those chemical like toilets that you use in like camping or whatever with like a baggie, and they put a link to it from REI, a clean waste go anywhere portable toilet with bags with chemical in it that you just like a doggy bag where you just like wrap it up and then throw it in the trash basically.
Yeah.
Inside the car.
And then you just throw it at like in the trash at a rest station, and it rots in the sun for hours.
Yep.
Cool. Cool.
This is the total fucking like bullshit that people are doing now. Like this happens on my street. I'll just see like random like latex gloves just on the road. Because people are like getting out of their car and just dropping latex gloves on the floor. And it's like this. So people are like protecting themselves, but also being complete assholes to everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like kind of what masks are about. Like people are just being assholes about wearing masks when it's just easy to do.
Mm-hmm.
And so here it is. Am I the asshole for insisting they self-quarantine after this? How do I communicate to them both how serious the risks are to using public bathrooms? I don't believe staying cooped up at home is good for any of us. We can't live our life safely without the Subaru toilet chair. He really loves his toilet chair.
Is it made by Subaru? Is it like a brand deal?
No, I don't think so. This is he has an rei.com/. That's why I think this might be fake, because he keeps saying Subaru toilet chair a lot. He's trying to get like the viral like talk about Subaru toilet chair. But he has he says the toilet chair has bags with gel in them, and when the shit goes in, we can tie, remove, and discard the entire bag at first opportunity. To be fair, I'm not saying you wouldn't notice if someone had shit in the bag, but it passes quickly with the windows down, and no shit drives around us for very long. So they're doing it like actively driving and pooping in there. There's no way this is real.
I don't know. It sounds real to me.
I mean, it could be real. It's still real to me. Damn it.
It is.
But yeah, he's just like talking about like public bathrooms being messy, and I think the best answer is oh my god, control issues. This guy has control issues, and he's using the pandemic as a reason to exert more control over his family.
Yeah.
Also, someone replied with "poo baru." So that's probably the episode title. I gotta write that down.
Yeah. At like them driving away, and his first thought is, "Oh, they got kidnapped." Like that also kind of gets you where his mindset is. He's just a super paranoid person.
Yeah, I mean, this does feel like it's possibly fake because he's trying to talk about poop chair, and like, I mean, honestly, who is doing that? Like, in my mind, if you're camping or whatever, and somebody's like, "Oh, I gotta take a shit," you know, what you do is you pull over to the side of the road and you put the fucking chair outside, you know, and then go and then dump it, not like inside the car while you're like moving.
Yeah.
This
I don't
is
know.
like some
this
fucking
sounds like
diaper
someone
situation.
who was already afraid of, like, who was already germophobic before the pandemic.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It just amplified it. Okay, we got to talk about fucking Avatar, guys.
All right. I don't remember anything.
I
What
know,
episodes did we watch? It was so long ago.
The first
Book
5
3
episodes.
Fire
Of season one.
episodes.
Okay.
Season
Oh, okay.
3. Season 3.
Season 3.
Fire.
All right, we got to get through
Foyer.
this quickly, guys.
Chapter
Foyer.
1. The Awakening.
Wait, Foyer. Are we playing Phantasy Star again?
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
I'm turning off. I'm installing Phantasy Star right now.
Oh my god.
See ya.
All right, book
I'll see
3,
you later.
Avatar Fire. I'm on the Wikia. The Awakening.
I'm just on Wikipedia.
Oh wow, regular. Okay, so
Shorter stuff, so I have to think more.
we gotta speed this up because we've
Yes.
gone very long with this episode, and I can cut out like probably like an hour of it at the start. So
And it's not as long as you think from
I
when
mean,
you started.
I don't think any of us said anything funny for the first like 45 minutes of the stream.
I can guarantee that you did not.
Matt was very mad. He was.
I
tilted.
was. Yeah.
Dude, Matt was like, he got his fucking panties in a knot stuck up in his bussy.
Yeah.
His bussy got.
But it's okay.
I was just watching the random viewers come in and then go away every time a Snapchat filter came up, and
just Spanky and I, we need to fuck around with Snapchat, Spank Chat. We'll call
Spank Chat. Yeah.
it.
do your own
filters are
podcast called Spank Chat.
Slap Chat.
Come tributes only. All right. Moving
Okay,
on.
but also TJ, when you do the Nuzlocke run, you have to have John as like the banana in the corner.
That's
with a
true. I
Snapchat
could do that
filter.
now.
Well, we could do that because his video's in our thing.
Yeah.
It's pulled from Discord.
Yep. I did magic to
So
make
this
that happen.
episode, the first episode of season 3, is called The Awakening, and it's quite literal in the fact that Aang awakens from like
Yes.
a coma, basically.
Yeah.
And he has hair.
And he's got hair.
Yeah.
Nobody shaved his head while he was
He's got
in a coma.
spanky hair.
How long
Mhm.
was he asleep? Like a month or 3 weeks or something like that? Or it must have been a
Something like
while
that.
if he's got all that hair.
Yeah, I can use the Avatar Arrow Snapchat filter, but that's cut out for the hair now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
I
this
kind of
is-
have the exact same length of hair that Aang has right now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's about right.
That's true. Yeah, you actually have the Aang haircut.
And by
Um,
that, John means Ang Lee.
Yeah. All right, so
Long, actually.
let's get our avatar
Long.
filters on and let's get started.
I'll get my Zuko back on. that's
The
fine.
one funny Snapchat filter joke we've made 2 hours
Good job.
into the podcast.
You did one. You got one. Good job.
Okay. No. So, yeah. So, yeah. Here. All right. I found the right one. This is
Yep.
appropriate. TJ's got his as well. All right. So we're in full
Yeah.
avatar mode, guys. All right. So Aang wakes up from because like basically what we find out from this is Aang's kind of like, I fucking died.
Yeah.
Like I was
died.
going to die, like in the process of being dead, and Katara is moon water, that she got from the pool of up in the Northern Water Tribe is the only reason why he survived. Basically, is what you learn. Yeah, Aang like wakes up and he's like, I've been captured because he's on like a Fire Nation ship. But then it turns out it's Sokka and his dad and all of them are basically
dressed up as Fire Nation.
Yeah,
they got a plan.
They took over the ship.
Yeah. And then, okay, moving on. Oh, and then the other thing we learn is that the Fire Nation officially had taken control of Ba Sing Se.
Yes.
And they show like kind of a couple clips too where the Dai Li actually brings down the walls to allow the Fire Nation in. You got to assume that the Dai Li basically came up with a what do you call it? An
contingency plan?
Fire Nation to say basically we can keep control, and of the city as long as we allow the Fire Nation to like own it, basically. Like they can be like a city state, basically. So
I think even Azula says that explicitly in the previous season.
Oh, and among the Earth citizen shown near the Pow's tea house where Zuko and Iroh used to work before they got like promoted, you see a bunch of Pow, Jin, and Ying Than with their baby Hope. Remember, named the baby Hope, crying and scared. So it's like, it's all fucking over.
I liked that Zuko, the writers clearly didn't want to deal with the king and his bear, so they were just like, he fucked off somewhere.
Yeah, he was like, they're partying. I don't even know if you ever see him again, but
kind of. I mean, we know that he got out because he was on the he was on Appa with the rest of them on the way out. But
then there's a little scene where they're like, he went to travel the world with his bear.
There is a one line reference to him in Korra because he's an adult. So by the time Korra comes around, he's obviously dead. But there's like a one line reference to him, and it's pretty much just like, he fucked off forever, never came back.
Yeah. So the other thing too that we learn is we get a little bit more of Zuko's story. Iroh is gone, imprisoned at this point. And his dad, the Fire Lord, voiced by Mark Hamill, is like congratulates him for killing the Avatar, killing the Avatar.
Yeah,
because
he was like, totally.
Yeah,
totally.
Because Azula told him that he did that, and he's like, why did you tell our dad that? When you were the one that did it. And she was like, well, I wanted you to feel better and to thank you for helping me out. But then she also says, but if the Avatar is still alive, then it's not going to be me in trouble because I'm not the one who claimed to kill him. Which gives you kind of she's already one step ahead. She's playing like 4D chess.
Yep.
Like the president.
Exactly.
It also gives her leverage over him. Be like, I can just say that she's all about the leverage.
Aang has like a temper tantrum and flies off, and he's like, I'm sorry, I got everybody hurt, I gotta leave everybody again. And then he flies off, and then his like air glider gets destroyed, and then they like find him and catch him, and they're like,
well, he's like stranded, and then the moon comes and's like, hey, go that way, or like she blows the wind or something, I don't know. But she shows up for a minute.
Princess Yue, appears in a beam of moonlight, calms the ocean.
Yeah, thanks, Spanky.
It's like literally the part in Empire Strikes Back when he's like dying in the snow, and then he sees Ben. He's like, go on, and he's like, and then he finds the cave, or in this case, washes up on Crescent Island, where the Fire Temple once stood. And actually, I didn't realize that till just now, but that is the island where he learned about like Roku.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh really?
Back in season 1.
I didn't realize that.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. All right, we got to move on. We got to keep going here.
Episode 2 of season 3 is one of my favorite episodes of the whole show.
This is a really awesome episode.
It's because the moral, exactly. The moral of the story is that all these fucking kids live in a Fire Nation town where dancing is illegal.
Mm-hmm.
And
Footloose. Footloose, that's the one.
Yeah, Footloose Kevin Bacon, Aang, has to fucking
Kevin Aang
show all these kids how to fucking dance. And that's
Uh-huh.
literally the whole well, it's not the whole episode. I think you get introduced to the dude with the eyeball on his forehead in this episode.
Yeah, right at the end of it.
I also,
that was an eyeball?
I also like the fact that they have their Fire Nation disguises, which they come up with by like stealing some clothes from that. But Aang goes around calling everyone Hotman.
Yeah,
He's
Hotman.
like, Hotman? Yes, Hotman.
Because it's
Like, that's
100-year-old Fire Nation slang.
Yeah, exactly. He's like using the old guy slang, and everyone's just looking at him weird. He fucking gets his dick hard over Katara's like outfit, and then, but then he like enrolls in a school because he's like basically he chose a school uniform.
Well, yeah. So the truant officer's like, "Oh, we know who you are. Get back to school."
And so then he has fun in school, and you kind of Flameo, Hotman. Flameo. It's like
I
Bravo.
fucking love that shit. It's some good ass shit.
And so Zuko basically goes to the prison and sees the Irohs being imprisoned, and he won't talk to him.
Yeah,
it's kind of like the.
And it's definitely not just because the voice actor's dead.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
Episode 3.
Sokka is Mr. Wangfire in this. Remember, he wears the beard.
Yeah.
He pretends to be Aang's dad.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's so good. But yeah, anyway, they just like he basically what I love about this episode is it shows the whole like story of Avatar and why it's like a level above your typical children's like stories. That, like the Fire Nation are not evil. Like the kids are just kids. Like everyone,
and they have to be shown how to dance by Kevin Bacon.
Yeah, well, because what it's showing is that the system of basically what the show is that fascism is awful.
Yeah, they're being indoctrinated because like the teacher's saying stuff about history, and Aang's like, that's not how it happened.
That's not what happened. Yeah. So it's
episode 3 is filler, but it has one of my favorite characters of all time.
The multi-personality dude.
Yeah, the guy who's like, "Oh no, that's my brother. Let me go get him," and he just fucking like, doesn't he? Like the animators don't even have him hidden all the way behind the counter. Like you
not all the time.
They'll show like him changing his hat just in like a couple frames of that.
Doc, Shu. What was the third personality later? It was Doc, Shu, and I don't remember who the third guy was.
Something like that?
Buck.
I don't know. Anyway,
and Buck was the brother that really liked to fuck.
Okay.
And it was literally like the only thing that happened in the episode is Katara tries to help and Aang is like kind of mad at her for helping, but she's also kind of doing a good job, but she's also kind of letting it go to her head a little bit.
Well, she does like the painted lady. So like this little village is basically being polluted on by the Fire Nation factory, and all the people basically can barely survive. And they're like, "Oh, the painted lady is the protector of this village." And so then like all of a sudden things start happening in the village, and people are like, "The painted lady's back," but it turns out it was just Katara. And then
she
they
blows up
find
the
out
factory.
Yeah. They find out she's a waterbender. And they're like, "No, you're bad." It's kind of like whatever. And then,
but I thought it was clever to. So she blows up the factory, and then of course there's retaliation. And instead of just like a regular straight up fight, they do this whole like smoke and light show to scare the soldiers away, to prevent them from coming back and retaliating again.
Oh no, she never actually shows that she's a waterbender. You're right, because this is the part where Aang like pretends to like hides and like shoots air from the shadows to make it look like she's imposing.
I think she shows the village at the end.
Yeah, that's possible.
Yeah.
But they're just like they don't really care at this point because they get a clean village.
And then the actual painted lady shows up.
Yes.
It pulls one of those things. Did you guys ever watch Hey Arnold as a kid?
Yes.
Yeah.
Love Hey Arnold.
I forget which episode, what the name of the train is.
We have so many good episodes in these first 5, because the next one's probably one of my favorite in the entire series.
I love the next one.
Yeah.
In Hey Arnold, there is an episode called Haunted Train, and it's this whole thing about how this train has a ghost on it.
You got some deep Hey Arnold lore here, folks.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about, though.
But like as a kid, because like this came out in 1996, I was like 4, okay, watching this cartoon.
Not
and
born in the
like,
I was 12.
no, I'm not. I'm not born in the 80s. We have discussed this at least once before.
Get the fuck out.
So, but like,
You're fired.
it's like the whole thing is how all the kids think the train is haunted, and then they figure out it's not. But then at the very end of the episode, they show like this like zombie ass decaying ghost ghoul thing like driving the hot ass train. This scared the fucking shit out of me as a kid, and that's kind of what the Painted Lady reminded me of, because it's like, oh, ghosts aren't real, but at the end it's like, yeah, they fucking are. God damn it!
I did get so scared I shat myself when the Painted Lady showed up.
Me too.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
But I was
that
also
was probably
like
the poison salad.
The thing is I did too, but I was in my Subaru at the time, so it was.
So you're good. You're good. All right, you're safe.
It's just like one of those flip down DVD players.
So the next episode is Sokka's Master, or Sokka gets to be cool for an episode.
Yes.
Yep.
Which I like because he's one of
But,
he's like my
but he's
favorite
also cool by being lame as fuck, and I loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so this is another ostensible, I guess, filler episode because they watch a meteorite fall, and then like everyone's talking about all the stuff that they can do, and because there's a forest fire started by it, and like Aang and Toph are like, oh, we can create a channel so the fire won't spread, and then Katara can use her water bending to put out the fire, and he basically can't do shit. He's like, God.
Sokka, you stay here.
Yeah.
You stay here and watch Appa.
Yeah, and like I'm worthless. And so he's like, I need to be able to do something. And meanwhile, you see Iroh in prison. The guard like throws him some food, and he like eats it like
goes
a
all
weird,
crazy,
like goblin-y person basically. Yeah. And then as soon as the guy leaves, he like wipes the hair out of his face and like starts eating peacefully. And you're like, oh, something's up here, because that'll continue.
Yep.
And then later in the episode, Iroh is being mocked by the guard, but then he's like actually like working out now. He's doing like push-ups. And you're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
He's all Bufferson.
Yeah, that's correct.
Buffy,
so you're kind of seeing what's
the Vampire
going on.
Slayer.
And so Sokka's like, okay, well, Katara had Master Pakku teach him how to be Master Waterbender. Toph had the Badger moles. Aang had fucking all the air, people teaching him how to become master.
You just
I
need
need
a master.
Yeah. And so then he travels to who does the voice of this guy? It sounds really familiar. It's Robert Patrick. So it's the T-1000.
Oh, really?
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Wow.
And so he goes to the master, to learn how to learn how to become a sword fighter. And it's actually really kind of like, it's very much kung fu movie style, like storytelling, where he goes in, and the guy's like, you need to be worthy, to be taught by me. And then Sokka just like, oh, I'm not going to make up all these stories about all this stuff, and I just want to learn. And the guy's like, that's the guy I can teach. You know what I mean? Like, because you got to imagine this guy has all these rich firebending kids like coming in, like being like, I could be a master sword fighter. Whereas like Sokka's actually like, I actually like want to learn. Like, I don't know anything.
Super
I need
humble.
to be taught.
Yep.
Exactly. Super humble. And so he's like, okay, like your supposed thoughts of unworthiness show me that you actually will care. You're not going to take this as some sort of like joke or some sort of like thing you need to put on your resume to become, Fire Nation leader. So you actually want to learn. And so he like does all this. It's like full up like cliche. I mean, he teaches him calligraphy to, to like painting and
left-handed because he's ambidextrous.
Yeah.
Oh, Osaka, love who you love. But no, he actually doesn't do it that way. He's like, oh, put my put myself on the page, or put your identity on the page. And he dips his head in the ink and just goes wah, wah, wah. Yeah. Then they do the rock gardening.
He makes a lazy
the rocks, boy. Make the rocks work for you, and then he just does whatever. Hey, can you give me some like water with squeezed lemon in it? And the guy's like, ugh. And Piandao, the master's like, yeah, me too.
Make it too. I mean, it's kind of great showing that like Sokka, but then later on in this, you're just like, okay, whatever. But then later on, he basically finds out that he's a waterbender, and by finds out means Sokka has to come clean with him, like because what he's done is.
But that's after he makes his sword.
It's correct. They bring the meteorite, and he makes a sword out of the metal from the meteorite. It kind of teaches him that he gets to forge his awesome black metal sword that he gets.
Yep, with space rock. Yep,
space rock sword. So it's badass. But then he's like, I can't accept this. I'm actually been lying to you. I'm a waterbender from the waterbending, or I'm from the waterbending tribe. And he's like, yeah, I know, obviously. The way you walk and talk.
Not that. Before he talks about that, he immediately pulls out his sword and just straight up challenges him to a battle.
Yes,
and it's the battle first, and the battle is during the whole thing. He's like, "Oh, great use of terrain. Make the environment work for you." Exactly. Like he's coaching him, but almost so like he's trying to kill him.
Yeah. It's a little bit of both. You don't
know this yet until they get to the end.
Yeah. But what you're learning from that is actually it's the payoff of all of the training montage stuff that felt kind of cliche. But you're like, oh, actually, it's the reason why he's able to keep up with this master is because he's being super creative with his technique. He's super agile, so he's using his speed for being young to his advantage. And it's like, oh, actually, you are a good sword fighter. You just don't think about it in the traditional way. You know what I mean? Which makes you good.
And at the end of all of it, that's when he's like, I knew, Sokka's not a Fire Nation name. You should try being a Lee. There's millions of Lees here.
Yeah.
But that ways of the sword that belongs to all nations. I'm not going to restrict it to just people of Fire Nation.
Exactly. He's like he's one of those people that is he's like the what do you call it from Sound of Music. He's the family that
the Von Trapps
aristocrats, the Von Trapps. Thank you, where they rip up the Nazi flag. And they're like, yeah, Nazis, whatever, and then they eventually have to run away. So this is before the nuns have to help this guy run away for not joining the Nazis.
So as they're walking away, and they're like, it's really cool of him. Oh yeah, he gave me this gift, this freaking pie show tile. It's a White Lotus. What the fuck does that mean?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
What does that mean?
He gets the invitation to the White Lotus, basically.
Yes.
Which is what Iroh is part of, and
yes.
Oh, and then we have my actual favorite episode next.
Yep. And then Sokka also gives Toph a piece of the meteorite, who was like, "Ooh, space Earth. How can it be Earth if it's from space?"
But that's true.
Get it.
But she's able to bend it.
Yeah. Well, she bends it into the Nickelodeon logo, but
Yeah, at one point, yes. They had to get that in there.
Yeah, of course. Chapter 5.
The beach episode.
The beach.
Fucking anime gratuitous required beach episode.
Yes, it is the tits episode.
It's the vacation
And it's
episode.
called The Beach because they knew that it was the gratuitous required anime beach episode.
Yep.
So the thing I absolutely love about
this... Is Team Avatar in this at all?
Yes.
Okay.
Because basically what it is that they get attacked by Combustion Man, basically.
Oh, that's right.
Sparky Boom Man is his name.
So, but anyway, the majority of the episode is seeing Zuko, Azula, Mai, and Ty Lee on vacation at Ember Island, which has been referenced a bunch of times. It's all the rich kids, basically. It's like the Hamptons of the Fire Nation.
Yep.
So they go off to their little, villa there, and they have kind of a beach party. And what I love about this episode is such a huge character development episode for all these characters.
Yeah,
but it's also tied up into this is a fun beach episode, and there's fucking a high school party that gets crashed at one point, but you learn a lot.
I think it's the first time that you figure out that Azula is a fucking sociopath.
Yeah.
Well, because you see a little bit of why Azula is the way she is, other than her just being straight evil, is that she's kind of one of those prodigy types that has been held above everybody else for so long that she's just isolated from people. And part of it's herself being a terribly vindictive and strong-willed person that basically people are just afraid of her. There's points where people are hitting on Ty Lee because she's hot and in a bikini and being just fun, you know.
They even
and,
hit on May, too.
approachable. And May, yeah, even though May is, my type, but the
Yep.
goth
Big titty
yeah.
goth girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Hot Topic mascot, we got this.
Yeah. Yep. And nobody's talking to Azula basically, and it's because they get into a volleyball match, and she annihilates the volleyball to the ground basically. And
You have been
sets the
destroyed.
fucking net
We
on
win.
fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, okay, you just can't tone it down, huh? Yeah. And so then they're going to have a party that she isn't invited to, but a bunch of other people are. Oh, and they actually don't reveal that they're royal. I don't think they know who they are.
Yeah. No one knows who they are, and they don't know that they're the royals.
Yeah, Tylee and May are invited to the party, and then they get persuaded to invite Zuko and Azula because, meanwhile, Zuko is also being a pouty sass boy as well during this, which May actually gets kind of pissed about because she's like, okay, and he's like, you don't like anything, and she's like, yeah, but at least I actually have feelings about stuff. Like, you're just a fucking mess. They blow up the party. Oh yeah. So Azula basically gets some confidence here, and Tylee basically says, here's how you talk to boys. Just smile and laugh at anything that they have to say. And Azula laughs insanely.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, no,
It still
tone
works.
it down. Well, and so then Azula asks Chan, who's like the fucking frat boy whose house it is, give him a tour. And they go up to the veranda and they flirt. She's actually doing it right. She's giving a couple laughs and that. And then they kiss, and Azula just starts freaking
We
out.
will become the most powerful couple in the world.
The fire and is like, our children will destroy everyone. It's like, what? And he leaves. And so you kind of get that she just doesn't understand.
Women, am I right?
Sociopaths,
It's really just Azula. Everyone else is having fun. May and Zuko basically break up at the party because he's pissed that she's talking to another guy.
Jealous boyfriend.
Then he goes home to their vacation house and finds all these remnants of his past, pictures of him and his mom, his baby handprint in a stone, a family portrait. And he's kind of bummed out. And then Azula, they have a good moment here. They're kind of meet there together, and basically Maya's just fucking burn it down. We don't need any of this shit anymore. It's the line literally from the Last Jedi, destroy the past, burn it if you have to. And they basically, I don't know, they tell a lot of stories about why the way that they are. Basically, Zuko
it's the confessions around a campfire, and this was kind of
it was foreshadowed.
It was foreshadowed by the old lady twins at the beginning.
Thank you. Love your T-shirt there. Katara for life. Spanky's got some Avatar swag.
Oh, there you go.
I decided to see if there was any guitar stuff, but there's not.
Oh, there is.
Unfortunately,
no, there's none. Yeah, definitely. And so, yeah, they sit outside around the fire and kind of talk about how their lives are all, why they are the way they are. Basically, Tylee was it? She
6 identical sisters, so she became super bubbly, and that's why she left and joined the circus.
Yeah, basically, she just needed to get away.
She needed to have her own identity instead of being the same, because they were all samey. Yeah. Mai's parents were super, super strict and forced her to just be nothing, keep everything in check, no outgoing emotions, and that's just how she's, that's her normal state, is just being.
Yeah, we all know Zuko's basically the opposite, where he can't bottle his emotions up, but he just has to fucking explode all the time.
Yeah.
And
he's mostly because I hate myself,
Yeah. And his problem is his dad doesn't believe in him, and his sister's always been better than him. And then this is where you actually learn a little bit about what Azula is the way she is. And she says her mother thought she was a monster, but she was right.
Yeah.
But it still hurt to hear your mom say it to you. And it's okay, that's her problem. She's a sociopath. But I love the ending though, because they're all Oh, we all learned something. All right, let's go fuck up that party.
Yeah.
And then they
Yeah.
go back and like destroy the house basically and have a
Yep.
good time trashing it together. And they all basically are friends again, after that.
Mhm.
And that was what they had foreshadowed, that the Ember Island brings out the truth in you and everybody kind of has their moment.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Team Avatar meets Combustion Man, as he's called, or what does Sokka call him?
Sparky Boom
Sparky
Man.
Boom.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so Toph's like, there's some sort of metal man approaching us.
Yeah.
And they all take cover. And this guy is a special type of like firebender.
Firebender, yeah.
Where he is basically like
He creates concentrated
combusting the air.
blasts that kind of explodes a laser beam.
And the sound design on those explosions are fucking amazing.
Yeah,
just
it's
like,
awesome. Like you can just hear the air like crackling and
Yeah.
exploding, and then the huge boom when like the whoosh. The sound design is incredible, and he is terrifying. You see, he's just destroying every like nook and cranny they're trying to hide behind, and that's where the episode actually ends. So we're gonna find out what happens, I think, after that, because the next episode is called The Avatar and the Fire Lord, and I think we have some.
We have to go 6 to 11 instead of 6 to 10 this time because we're not going to split up the Day of Black Sun.
Yes, we have 3 episodes, and then.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see. Oh, so we'll see.
So honestly, looking at the episodes, I think there's a pretty clear way to go, like up until the end, which is that the next time we go all the way to the end of the Day of Black Sun. The time after that, we go until just before like
the 4-part finale.
Well, I mean, we could do 5 parts if we want.
Yeah, we'll do 5 parts because we'll include the Ember Island players in the last bit. Because that'll be a fun palate cleanser for that episode right at the beginning of the 4-part finale.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Because Ember Island players, even though it's really a clip show in play form, it's going to be fun to make fun of. Because it's them making fun of themselves.
A lot.
Yes,
I fucking love Top in that episode.
I love
Ember
Sokka
Island
Island Players is such a good episode. It's
It's
basically
the
the
best.
final episode before the finale of the show, and it is.
And it's technically a clip show, but they don't do it flashbacks. It's all done in play.
Yeah, it is the tale of the Avatar as told by the citizens of the world.
Of the Fire Nation, specifically.
Of the Fire Nation, specifically, yeah. So
Although
it's very good.
I do think they did mention something where the Cabbage Man did give them information.
That
I think that's mentioned.
By the way, Spanky, that is a very good Snapchat filter.
You just click on your face on your Snap camera.
Oh, so I can turn. So okay, we're gonna end. So let me turn into. Let's get into the Avatar
state. I don't think I can rage on this one, so I'm just stuck with just having a. I mean, it's a little itchy. It's a little itchy, but you know,
he still got his. TJ's father actually burned his face.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
In an Agni Kai.
Did you guys ever think about how Zuko is kind of just Sandor Clegane from Game of Thrones?
A little bit.
I don't know Gotch at all.
Except for instead of it's his dad, or instead of his brother.
Oh
fucking him up,
yeah.
it was his
Oh,
dad
the Hound. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and his brother. Anyway, let's end the episode there. Thank you, man.
Yeah.
That was a clean ending.
Yeah.
It was a good app. It's been a while.
The website is boardinthE80s.net. You can join our Discord at discord.boardinthE80s.net. Come talk to me. No one else is there.
I'm there.
I know. I'm just giving
John's
everyone
not really a person.
I
though.
posted that meme of "Are you smarter than 5 gay rats?" or the www.isheinu.com.
Yes. Yeah. Ooh, I should post one that I refound from a
We're
while
talking
ago.
about Jesus.
When if anyone says you're not worth anything, where did I put that? Because I'm gonna put that in the Discord. Anyway, where can we find you guys?
I'm on twitter.com John_danger.
You can find me at matthagmusic.com. There's synthesizers, schematics, and now 3D printing models there, and also some music, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. I'm twitter.com/mayofmay84, but more importantly, gotta find me at twitch.tv/mayofmay. Even if I'm offline, go ahead and share me some bits. I could use them right now. Like, I really could use them. Goddamn Pickle Rick. Fucking shit.
Shit's so funny.
I know it's the funniest shit I've ever seen, but still.
This is a really bad Snapchat filter, by the way. The mouth doesn't move.
All right.
And I'm Spanky. You can't find me anywhere.
Mastodon.com/
Mastodon.com.
I'm the
Mastodon.com tribute.
You can find me at bornintheeighties.net / appreciation.
That's another one. Appreciation.
All right. Goodbye,
Bye-bye,
everyone.
everybody.